I'll speak here about the IMEC, and you can see here what is the objective of the IMEC. And we are speaking about Haifa, and in the beginning I think that everybody spoke about what is the importance of Haifa, the capital of blue economy and all such things. And it is an initiative that started in 23, Biden, Modi, and the route is here. You can see the route going over various states and ending here in Haifa, and from Haifa going to Mediterranean ports like Marseille, Italy, and other ports. I think that all the problems solved when Adani from India purchased or rented the port for 30 years, and now we can see it start in India and it's ended in Haifa. And the price that he paid for the Haifa port was a high price, and I think that currently what we have to do is to compensate for it and to ride on this wave of the IMEC. Speaking about the IMEC, we are speaking about connectivity. And you know that connectivity is a buzzword, but when you are speaking about the global trade, when we are speaking about connectivity, it's the proof for the success in all such a trade. And it's become a very big problem today. So speaking here about connectivity, and I think that later Dr. Gonen will also give some words about this topic. We should go and do such things, and because of the political situation currently in the Middle East, I think that it gives us some kind of a prospect in the future. Going back to the political level, that's the political level. We see Biden, then Trump giving their blessing to this initiative. We can see that also Macron with Modi giving the blessing for this initiative. Also Macron mentioned that Marseille will be the port that will get this trade, and Italy nominated also an envoy. So from the geopolitical level, everybody is blessing it. The problem is money and the feasibility. Speaking about the feasibility, you can see what we are speaking about here. We are speaking about distances, and if we are speaking about distance around the Cape of Good Hope, it's 90,800 kilometers, through the Suez Canal, 11,600 kilometers, and when we are speaking about a road that are coming by railway, and when we are speaking about railway, is an electrifying railway, because when we are speaking about sustainability, it's not such a rail that we are knowing about it. So these are the distances, this is the route, and this is the idea of the IMEC. Another issue is, I think that everybody knows today that when you have a choke point, Bab el-Mandeb, Suez Canal, Strait of Hormuz, Panama Canal, there is a trend of weaponization of choke points. Sometimes it's an accident, sometimes it's the Houthis, and you can see what are the elements with the transit by months in the Red Sea. It's declining, and people are looking for a solution. When a political level or people from the political level are speaking about the solution, they say, no problem. We have a railway from Haifa to Beit Shean, and that's the only problem, and we have to connect it to the Jordanian railroad. But the Deutsche Bahn made some kind of research, and you can see when you see the Israeli railway to Beit Shean that we have a problem. We have a problem with the weight of the wagon, and in the Jordanian side, there is nothing. The good idea, or the good things, is that Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Oman, they are completing the railway by Chinese company, Etihad Railway, and it's a very sophisticated one. Also, the beneficiary of this initiative, you can see it. And we are speaking mainly about container. Container is the main shipping of this initiative. Speaking about the initiatives, there are challenges, political challenges that you can see it here. There are many challenges, but you should also emphasize what are the regulatory barriers. And in order to harmonize it, because if a product or container will arrive to UAE, check by them, have the security, stop them, check all the papers, then going to Saudi Arabia, doing the same thing, going to Jordan, the same things, it will not work. Then going by sea with a container ship will be the most efficient. So first we have to harmonize all the regulatory procedures on top of the technical issues that I mentioned. There is also environmental issue that we have to look at it. The advantage that we can bring by this also green hydrogen, because in Saudi Arabia, Jordan, they have a lot of area to produce electricity from photovoltaic. And they can have a communication cable, we spoke about it, that are going down the sea, but we have a problem with it. We know what happened in Bab el-Mandeb, we know what is happening in the Baltic. So this initiative also gives us some advantages, but we should be aware of all these environmental issues that I mentioned here. Software. Speaking about the software, there is some kind of initial work done by India and UAE to harmonize it by working on the same software. And I think that if Israel and Haifa would like to join this project, they should ask also to join this initiative and to work on this software in order to harmonize all these aspects. I believe that although we have a very political, complicated situation, when you are speaking about project that is for the sake of the or advantage of all the states, it can be done. Also, we have in such a political complex situation. The example is the Eastern Mediterranean Gas Forum. Even though Egypt is not with a good relation with us, it's working. We are exporting to Egypt. So look at this. Jordan Desert can help us with a lot of photovoltaic energy that we get for them. In exchange, we can give them water and then transportation. So whenever I meet my Jordanian friend, I tell them, look, water, energy, transportation should solve us some of the problems that both countries have in the region. And when we are speaking about project, and the price of such a project might be enormous, as a research institute, we have to see the feasibility study. When you would like to look at the feasibility study of such a project, go to the private sector, because the private sector is looking for the profit and the feasibility. And with assistance of a good friend, what we evaluate and saw that although there is a blockade in the Red Sea, trucks are reloaded and loaded in the Emirate and going to the bridge, the Allenby Bridge. The capacity is not enough, but it's vital, it's working, it's overcoming all these hurdles what we have in the Red Sea. So when Israel, India, and in the Emirate, what called I2U2 initiative, signs this project, we can see that it's work not by railroad, but with trucks. And I think that when you would like to see feasibility study, start to speak with the businessmen to see what they are doing, because they are free with all these political issues and they try to work for the profits. So you can see here, trucks are going through the Jordan Valley bridges, and they are bringing containers which were supposed to go from the Red Sea through this. And I think that if we are speaking about a telescopic project, start to deal with this. Enlarge the capacity of the Jordan Valley Bridge, do it, and in parallel, do all these things. So these are the conclusions. I think that such initiative will give the Haifa municipality, the Haifa port, it will give us a good prospect for the future. It will bring Haifa to be a hub in the region. It will give more people to work, and it will also support what we are doing here in Blue Economy, because you spoke about AI as a harmonizing process. You are speaking about decarbonization project, which will save us the pollution that the ship industry and all such a thing. So with what is the message that I'm trying to convey here? IMEC is, from the political level, got the blessing. Here, as a research institute within the Blue Economy Center, we are trying to see the feasibility study. We're trying to see this project as a telescopic project, starting with a track. We are trying to evaluate what are the technical hurdles, what are the regulatory hurdles, and what are other hurdles, and to try with other institutes around this track to work on it. Last week, we have, it was a Zoom conference led by the Atlantic Council in the US with all the neighboring countries, including the Egyptian, the Jordanian, the United Arab Emirates, the Indian, and the advantage of Research Institute, they are free with all the regulation limitation that government speak, and can have, we can promote such initiative and check if it's feasible from all these aspects. Thank you very much.